Welcome back, everybody, fellow citizens of the Imperium of Man. We are playing Rogue Trader here. This is Dren608 in a Dren608 Plays. We're going to try and advance the story. I'm supposed to follow some dude that was talking to me earlier. Follow Kunrad. Warhammer. So I have to follow him and go wherever it takes me to go. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. You really like to see, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notify bell. Notify and upload videos into scheduled streams. Can't remember how. Okay. So there's something in there. It's the tab key lets me see what things are here. Let's go in here. Interactable objects. Some objects in the game are interactive in a special way. They're marked with specific icons. Study objects, transfer the character to neighboring locations. That's that one. Travel. Do this, and or launch an event, which is I think that one. Okay. Hold tab to highlight. So I hold tab to see what I can interact with. Tab, huh? Well, there's all sorts of people I can interact with. Well, shall we go take a look? I can go talk to him. See you raise your head again, I'll hand you over to the tech freeze for server. Okay. Is there like a cargo, purpose, journal, inventory? Should be like a... Oh, this is the log. Okay. So I can just... To the worker, crew members hard at work, finding head here, avoiding you, looking at you. Okay, nothing there. What else is out here? Some kind of table. Massive conference table. Obviously crafted from real wood, a resource of incredible value, avoid a void ship. Okay. Crew officer. I heard the Seneschal gave the senior officers another public dressing down recently. Don't know what it was for this time, but Werserin would latch on to any slip-up as an excuse to give someone an earful. Okay. You guys gonna all say the same thing? Yeah, okay. This one say the same thing? Yep, okay. Seneschal's yelling at everybody. Okay, keep that in mind. There's a technomat. Lay people interfering in the operation of the sacred mechanism disturbs the machine spirits in the name of the Omnis. Refrain from any further profane acts. Okay. Profane acts. There's an engine seer. Glory to the Omnis, giver of knowledge. Okay. It's a technomat. I can't do this. Show the data on the vid screen? That's probably a bad thing to do, but let's go do it. Sacred mechanism has been interfered with without due reverence. The duration of the data processing cycle has tripled. And you got all sorts of pretty things there. I'm probably going to do the same thing on this one, right? So, funny little things. What does that say? Incomprehensible information displayed on a large screen above the cognitators. You can make out there's unfamiliar systems and worlds among the numbers and logisticar symbols. Okay. I guess I shouldn't be messing around with the machinery. Anything else to look at here? There's people down here. So here we've got crew officer, Seneschal again. Have you heard? Apparently the lower decks got a big influx of new blood after the last on-world resupply. Some pestilence spreading through the crew. That's why we had to make up the shortfall. Last time it was blue leprosy that called our ranks. That warp jump was surprisingly uneventful, the one a couple of cycles ago. Now that was tough. Delirium took hold of so many, and the witch was up to her old tricks again. Well, we've got a witch? Do we have a witch? Okay, we have a witch. A noble guest. How long do we have to wait for an audience? How many days has it been already? Same thing. It's a worker. Another noble guest. Probably going to say the same thing. Yeah. Who's this? That's a noble guest. Okay. And it doesn't look like the noble guests have really anything to say. Workers don't like to talk to me. Who's this over here? Is this the dude I have to go talk to? Yeah, this is Conrad, so I have to go over here, I guess. Is there anything? There's like nothing lying on the floor I can just pick up, is there? I mean, I'd like to pick up a stick. Oh, what does this say? What is this? Let's go check out this. What's this? The candlelit altar with a copy of the 2,348th volume of the Lex Imperialis, the Codex of Sacred Laws. 2,348th volume. Okay. Few laws to learn, maybe? Holy Toledo.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else for me to interact with here. Yeah, there's just people to talk to. There's Conrad, and there's a door. So what happens if I want to come by Conrad? Conrad here. Game was just auto-saved for me. I talk to this dude? Can't talk to him. I guess I can open the door. Open the door. Oh, okay.
One of the Fon Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Okay. Okay.
To arms!
Aha! You have been ambushed. The battle begins. To survive in the grim darkness of the forest, you will need to have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. Instant tutorials will familiarize you with the combat system of Warhammer 40,000 Crate. Click on the bottom at the top of the screen to start the battle. Okay. So you click on the start the battle. This is as far as I got the first time when I was just trying to figure out how to move people around and stuff. So yeah, you get this is something you get. Start the battle. Crew officer goes first. I guess over here. Conrad does whatever he does. Battles in the game are turn-based, take place on a grid. On their turn, the character can move, attack, and use their abilities. Select a cell within highlighter, double-click to move the character there. Movement points for how you can move on their turn. One movement point is one cell on the battlefield. Moving diagonally is more costly. Every second diagonal cell uses 2. Beginning of each turn, movement points are restored to their maximum value. Note that once a character starts moving, the action can no longer be cancelled. Okay. So no move 2, shoot, move 2. Okay. What can I do? Once per combat I can do this. What is this? Commander's next single shot or single target melee attack flies following an enemy target. The target becomes marked. The ally who kills the marked enemy gains an additional turn after the current one with 2 AP and 4. All allies gain an additional 1 action point and 3 movement points for 1 round. Okay, so if I do this for my allies, what's this do? Voice of command. I like to push themselves. Increase their characteristics by 11. One of the officer's abilities can be applied to the target of voice command from any distance. Character becomes target. Voice command cannot be targeted for this ability again for the next 2 rounds. So you give it to him for 1 round, and then there's got to be a couple rounds in between it before you can do it again on the same person. Right, okay. What is this? What is this? I don't know what that is. See, I've got a pistol. It does 7 to 11 damage. And I could order... What does this do?
I'll see to it personally.
At all costs. I don't know if that's a good thing to do or not. I can move. Should I move? I guess. Yeah, we'll move there.
Let's make some opportunities.
Action points. Those played in the bottom panel of the screen. Every attacker point. Squares next to the icons of attack action and other abilities. Conveys their AP cost at the start of each character's turns. Restored to their maximum. Okay. Attack first. Single select icon of a weapons panel. Cursor over the enemy and tooltip will appear showing your chances of hitting that enemy, the possible damage you can deal in a successful hit. And then click to fire. Amount of damage. Parameters of the weapon they are using. The effectiveness of the shot depends on the distance between the character and their enemy. Targeting your enemy with a single shot, you will see two areas denoting the weapon's effective and maximum fire ranges. Okay. Certain abilities in the game are considered attack actions and can only be used once per turn unless affected by specific talents or other abilities the character might have. Attack action, they will not be able to attack again and will lose their remaining movement points until the start of the next turn. So as soon as you attack, you lose your movement points. Alright, so if I click on here, and then, what is this? Oh, that's reloads. Okay, and shoot the malfunctioning servitor. So it has lots of hit points. And then I'm done, right? What do I hit? Just spacebar? How do I say I'm done? Well, let's try this on this guy. Okay, I think I'm done. He missed. I don't think it matters. I don't think they get to hit. This thing gets to move and attack. Conrad. It's doing analyze enemies, whatever that does. Can I right click on this? Oh, I can right click and find out what it is. Exploit. What does exploit do? One stack of exploit. Might stack the attack. I put out all calls. And okay. Weapons. Frenzy. Bonus move points and attacks per turn. Okay. Oh, did I just hit space on myself? I just hit space on myself. I'm so stupid. Okay, that was not a good thing for me to do. I'm gonna move away from him. He's gonna come and attack me. He's gonna kill me.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
And then let's shoot him.
Who, if not another enemy down?
Okay, took him down. That's scary. Scarcely
What
blue.
suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Without taking his eyes off the bodies, and removes the Voxcaster from his belt, speaks a few quick orders into the device, then he turns to you. It says that. Okay. Oh, now the guards with real guns show up. Spread out. No one is allowed to enter the premises. Station.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Okay. It's my time. 14 minutes in. Because often does that. Is there stuff I can pick up? What's that? Still smoldering. Tarantulas, sentry gun, constructed with the blessing of Adeptus Mechanicus. No, I go up, right? This way? No, this way. It's a standard template construction method. This is that's a tank. Lehman Russ battle tank, claimed and restored by the grace of the God Emperor, the first to breach the capital walls during the pacification of Vortex Baton. What's that? Sorry, I gotta take a look at all this. Exhibit is unfinished. Anchor, another symbol of House Fun, Valesnius Valor will be displayed here at some point in the future. These are all just people. Deck Enforcer. What's this over here? Sorry, I'm going to take a look. Strange object that resembles sea coral. The porous surface is pitted, a sign that it's been underwater. Stone on the pedestal is no doubt solid, but its surface shimmers and changes hue as if someone has captured a piece of turbulent sea within the rock. Okay. Stuff all over the place. Massive golden amalgam. Interspersed with sparkling particles. Black shard resembling a city. Look closely, you can discern a strange, barely perceptible glow inside the artifact. So she's got all sorts of stuff here. A violet alloy, which upon closer examination turns out to be a handcrafted object. Symbols carved in the primitive tool are visible on the surface. Alright, he's there. So that must not be... Do I have to go to that far door? Is that what this is? I have to do this. No, I can't go to this door, right? No, that door looks like it's closed. Okay, doesn't give me a hand symbol to open up that door. What about down this way? Was there a door? Did I check that one? Resembles sea coral. Gray-green crystal with white veins. A low hum can be heard coming from the artifact. Okay.
Is there money to be made?
Oh, open up the map to orient yourself. Okay. Oh, okay. Which way am I supposed to go? Doesn't really, like, give me a question on where to go. Okay. Well, it says I can open that door. So I guess that must be the way I'm supposed to go. This is really weird. Let's go out this way. Okay, these are going to be all people. I don't think they're going to have anything to say. Servitor, shoot it! Servitors are going mad. Do I have to... Where am I at? I don't know what the heck is going on here. There's lots of things out here. Lots of people. What's that? Grand Void Ship Temple occupies the entire space below the officer's deck and is lit by countless candles and lumens. Okay. So another place to look at. To look out on the temple. Okay. Anything down at this end? Oh, I'm not allowed to go that far? Deck Enforcer. Okay, so I'm not allowed to go up that way. So I guess you're not going to let me go that way. I have to go this way?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
What am I doing here? There's a whole lot of people up here with guns.
I always keep my options open.
Technomats, tech priests. Big old astroglobe thingy. Let's see. Oh, that's where I need to go. Right? Yeah, okay. Fiddlethrod, that is simply irrational, Lady Fedora, says the man dressed in peculiar garb, his voice tight with tension. His face, half of which is covered by thin skin, is twisted in a grimace of displeasure and disbelief. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy. Tall, gray-haired woman pins him with her gaze, her cybernetic eye flashing crimson. Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Elderthrod? Survey the room. First impression of Elderthrod, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. Okay. Stark contrast to Uthered, Theodora von Valencius is... Oh, God. Valencius. Possesses of Valencius is kind of hard to pronounce with the apostrophe S there. Features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Etheldrad. Behind the two of them, you see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of a data slate. An electronic digital store device similar to a tablet computer. So that's what you know what a data slate is. The other is a behemoth wrestling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons. Okay. Main bodyguard, and I'll take the data pat to be like a seneschal or something. Fedora, our second candidate has joined us. The dry female voice and the powerful feeling of being watched force you to look at Theodora. The rogue trader is looking straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive. Dren608 Trader, approach and give me your answer. I need to change my name from Trader. Gotta get the Trader out of there. I didn't think that was gonna come like that. Okay. Continue. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6, a new world on the fringes of the Koronus Expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for a large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits and protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure? Lord Xenos succeeded. Those spirits could well be the natives' name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify that it is indeed the case, and if the population engages in Xeno worship. Lore Warp succeeded. There are ways to confirm whether what is happening is witchcraft. It might have cost several psychers. What's this? Continue sending in more people, one crew after another, until someone succeeded in their service to humanity in the conquest of Ions 4. Let's go down to Lord Xenos. I mean, this is based on my... I will lose codes for traversing the minefields. Huh? I'm gonna lose something that I have? I have such a thing? Oh, let's go down to Lord Xenos. I don't know what I'm doing. We'll try that. Theodora arches an eyebrow. Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor. Ethelred. Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you, Dren608 Trader, are simply unaware of their existence. Find your tone most agreeable. You know, kindly alter the manner in which you address me, or else you'll live to regret the consequences. Shut your mouth. Or I shout it for you. We are both servants of the God Emperor and Lady, and does it become anyone? I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understand, was still more than you could do. Which sorts his features further. Insolent ignorance. Upstart, how dare you? Your tone renders him silent. I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me, then, why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview. I beg your forgiveness, Lady Authority. Your presence has such a profound effect on me, I well forgot the time. Elder bows ceremoniously and takes his leave without showing you another look. Okay, he goes away. Bye-bye. Oh, that was different. I have no idea if I did good or not. So, why are you here? Was it not you who sent for me? You have seated the opening was offered to you in a woeful display of meekness. Admittedly, this tendency is equally strong in all who toil in infra service. Mutable hierarchy, absolute obedience, flexibility, compulsion. I value none of these things. From the moment my envoys came for you, the terms of your existence changed. Name is Sidori von Mascaros. Okay, I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. My rights and freedoms are vindicated by my most great, the warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness beyond the Imperium and carry humanity's light, where power is wicked and heretical, reign and boat, death and ruin for us all. Okay. My decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you, trader, are one of those with the von Valencius blood in their veins, and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes. Does this mean there are others? Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Ethelred may be somewhat disconnected by the scale of responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of Warrant of Trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful, if not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Sighs and looks away pensively for a brief moment. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Conrad Voitger served me for many years before he made his mistake. Dressed out of Ezra, then what sense is there in having this conversation? Why are you wasting your time on me? Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Ethra as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquire in your former life may prove invaluable here in the Koronus Expanse. Once you were a commissar in the Imperial Guard, a political officer who was not afraid to face his own death or to send his underlings to theirs. Resolve, faith, implacability, all of it gives one unique perspective when presented with a situation where a less steadfast individual could falter. Trust me, your future holds plenty of situations where your commitment to your duty or your house's interests will be one of your strengths. Moreover, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Fleschius dynasty, well, so much the better. Okay. Yeah, she said he was related. We don't need to know about that. Thank you for clearing. May I ask my questions now? The Vox affixed to the authority's attire suddenly comes to life, but all you can hear is unintelligible noise. The door winces, shuts off the transmission, and gives you an imperious nod. I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's transition out of the warp. My presence is required on the bridge. You can attack the crew. Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance, or it could be a warp playing tricks on us, despite the Geller field. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all. Laughs nonchalantly. Gray-haired officer gives the rogue trader a look of cautious disapproval. Lady Theodoria, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about the uneducated riffraff. Enough, Abelard. Abelard? Abelard. Such heresy amuses me, and Indira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden rooks, malfunctioning cogitator, any type of digital computer in the Imperium of Man. Okay. And used unused compartments to make any folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. What are my current responsibilities? Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually I will find a post that suits you, as I did for Edelthrod. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide. Then where's our ship headed? The Rycad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Koronus Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House Valencius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. So I got 2 people that I'm contending with, okay? I set the course wagon on the demand. Grimaces, she gives a stern look and then shrugs. For a very special reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose of this voyage, but now is not the time. Direct access ships may not know the first thing about how a void ship travels between the stars. Swan are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the galaxy, will be shorten the route of our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead. Sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars. Okay. Do I want to be this way? Do I want to be grovelly? I don't think so. I have no more questions. In that case, I shall head to... Vox awakens once more. This time you pick up shouting. The Lord Captain freezes, listening to the Voxcast, then nods and draws her weapon. Disturbances reported on the adjacent deck. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. She glances at you. It is possible that the chances to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated. Okay, we're going to go into a fight. And we're at 30-some minutes. So we're going to end the dialogue, and we're going to put a cut in here. Passive skill tests. That was when I passed those tests. Alright, I end the dialogue. Stuff gonna happen. Okay, we're gonna be in a battle. What the heck? Good lord, we're outnumbered.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Initiative. All combatants act in turns and their orders determined by the initiative roll. The order of turns is displayed on the left side on the screen, from bottom to top. Character at the bottom goes first, then one above them, and so on. Okay, so bottom up. The Dory is going to go first. I'm not going to start the battle here. We're going to start that in the next video. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. You really like to see, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notify bell. Notified to upload videos and their scheduled streams. There seems to be way too many bad guys here for this to be a fast fight. So I'm going to assume that this is not going to be a fast fight and that we're all going to have to do a whole bunch of turns here to do things. I don't go till way up here. Right? So I'm heretic, a heretic, a heretic, and then me, Mort, Abelard. I don't know who Mort is. Mort? I don't know. I don't know what Mort is. Maybe he's the fighter? I don't know. Oh, Mort, yeah, he's this guy. He's like some kind of major fighter, I guess, or something. Okay, well, we'll do that next time. Like I said, hit the thumbs up button. So give me a like. Leave me comments if you can. All that helps build the exposure of the channel and the YouTube algorithms. And if you're liking what you see, go ahead and subscribe. You hit the notify bell. You'll be notified when I upload videos of various things. Not just this, but I'm doing several different games all sort of simultaneously here going into the new year. So you can check out my channel and see if you like anything. Anyway, I'm Dren608. And until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.